It's a special edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, and I have in studio with me today special guests. To my immediate left, that is Myranda Vance. She is the director of the Ross County Park District. I think that's the first time I've actually said that out loud. And also Alan Hawk, who is the maintenance supervisor for the Park District as well. We're going to talk about the camp you saw just a moment ago. Let me put it back up there again. We're going to talk about the Kids Nature Zone. That camp is coming up September 15th through 16th. Details are ahead, but there's more things going on we'll share in just a moment. After this, from Tomlinson Insurance.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
We pulled them out of the woods to come join us in studio today. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for coming in today. We wanted to talk first about the Kids Zone campout. That's going to take place not this, but next weekend. And it's time to sign kids up for this. They have to sign up, right?
Absolutely. Parents have to sign up too. Kids cannot come alone. I'm not that brave yet. I've done this long enough to know better.
Lean a little more into that microphone.
Okay, sorry. I talk so loud normally that it makes me nervous. But so, yes, we do require that people register, call me and ask questions because we cannot have anybody show up that has not signed up. We have special, requirements that we have, gear that people need to bring and stuff like that. So if you're coming, give me a call. I'll tell you what you need, when to be where.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask right now, what do I need?
Oh, if I tell, then nobody will call and everybody will show up. Basic camping gear, a tent, sleeping bags, water bottles, bug spray, nothing that you're going to have to go out and buy. And if people don't have equipment, we do have some that they can borrow, not sleeping bags, but other things. So we have had people show up with just the pillows and blankets off of their bed. They were sorry about it a couple of times, but still, you can do it if you need to.
I'm sure there's activities and things the kids will really enjoy.
So we roast hot dogs. We always do dinner in the evening. We start a big fire. We have breakfast on Saturday morning. But for the activities, always in the past, well, not in the past, when I first started doing this, I planned all these cool activities, games that the kids could play, completely ignored. As soon as they get turned loose, they play capture the flag or they play night tag or something, and you never see any of them. You've been to a couple of them. They just run wild, and everybody feels safe to do that. We lock the gates, and so they just run and play, and that's generally what it is. I'll usually do try to have a few things planned, especially if they're smaller kids or something, because we don't have an age limit.
Yeah. Plan and adapt.
Yes.
Right?
Yep, that's the name of our game.
Nothing wrong with that. Is there a cost involved?
There is no cost. It is completely free, and we do, if you want to bring extra food or something like that, feel free to do that. We do ask people, if they want to bring something to share. Sometimes people bring apples or carrots or something to share. But yeah, no cost at all.
You've been the director now for how long?
17 years. I don't know. It feels like a really long time. I think officially it was April or May, but
about 5 months.
Yeah, Joe stepped down in January though, so I was not the interim director officially, but I was kind of practicing for this. Yeah, acting director.
And we've seen Alan a few times. He's become a media maven as well, cleaning up the creeks and things of that sort, but also with the new wheelchair, which this was something that was provided by a grant, a year ago? And finally it's been delivered in action.
That's right. It's really special to me because my son has disabilities. So anytime that we can add accessibility to our parks, we want our parks, we want our community to know our parks for everyone. Yeah. And so this is a huge step to making people that have, mobility issues able to come out, enjoy the parks, enjoy the trails, just like anybody else can.
I know when we were out with a feature with Joe Lecce here a few years ago, he talked about getting this special chair to give others an opportunity to enjoy the outdoors just like the rest of us.
Yes, sir. And we're not only with the chair. This may be breaking news, but we are planning a very large ADA project out at our Kinnikinnick Fen Park. Just got a quote yesterday, I believe, from a contractor that hopefully by the end of the year we'll have an ADA multi-use trail and shelter house with an accessible ramp. So we're really working hard to expand accessibility in all of our parks.
And Koppel.
And Koppel, yeah. We've got a lot of things going at different places. So.
We have a unique relationship here in the Chillicothe area, thanks to Pioneer Center, and I think that has helped promote the opportunity for wheelchair accessible parks.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
So,
and the health district. The health district are the ones providing the grant for this project at Kinnickinnick Fen Park, and so I definitely want to throw their name out there because they're the ones funding that entire project.
And we have a community block grant community development block grant through the county that's going. Allen's Air CPSI, which is a certified playground safety inspector. So we have the playground. The only one we have is at Koppel at the moment, and so we've had issues over the years with like surfacing, mulch, and pea gravel and stuff like that. So we have this grant, and he's working to get a poured in place. Is that what it's called?
It is. It's very similar to the one that was just put in at the playground at Pioneer Center. Mm-hmm. And so it'll be, the county's giving us a $140,000 grant, which covers almost the entire cost of that servicing project. And once that's in, you'll be able to roll wheelchair right up to any piece of equipment out there. So
great.
The mulch that was there, the pea gravel that's there now, it's impossible to get a wheelchair through those, and some even just people that don't need a wheelchair but are challenged mobility-wise. Mm-hmm. This will make it so much easier for them to be able to just play and enjoy being outside.
I've had my granddaughter out to the Koppel complex for the playground there, and she seems to play more with the pea gravel than she does on the swing sets.
And we've talked about that because Alan wanted to put in one of those little diggers, the little scooper things in because of that. And we still may, but the problem with them playing with the pea gravel is when you go to mow the next day and they've played with the pea gravel too much, and then
everywhere.
And then the kids are in danger of being mowed down by it.
It becomes like shotgun pellets.
Mm-hmm, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
Be careful with that. How many parks do we have here in Ross County that you are in control of?
So we have our 4 main parks, which is Buzzards Roost, Mataqua, Kinnickinnick, and then the Maple Grove Prairie and the dog play area. We also have the Heron Downs Fen, which is a neighbor's Kinnickinnick. It's not going to be open until next year, though. That one is a pretty cool thing. It's been farmed for 30 years, but it's a wetland, and so we're going to restore that wetland. It's not just going to be a park. It's going to be like a conservation restoration. And then we have the Koppel Complex, of course, the 22 miles of the Paint Creek Recreational Trail, the bike trail. And we have a couple other things in the works that are the Ross County Baseball Park out on Egypt Pike. Mm-hmm. The commissioners hold that, and Camp Sherman Memorial Park on 104. But we have managed Ross County Park for them for, I don't know, before I started at the Park District for a long many years. And so that and Camp Sherman they're in the process of being transferred to the Park District as well. So
I know that going out to the parks, it puts you into nature. Some of that nature needs to be mowed and maintained. And I'm sure there's chainsaws you have to get, for trees that like to fall over trails and things. There's a lot of physical labor put into this, isn't there?
Absolutely, there is. And the other park that Myranda didn't mention is Mataqua. And we have a huge thing coming out there, so I'd like to at least touch on that before we leave.
I can't believe I forgot Mataqua.
It's all right.
I have to be honest with you, this is the first time hearing of Mataqua.
Okay.
So that is where we're going with this.
Mataqua is a park out on Walnut Creek Road, just right up from the Chapel Creek intersection, the Chapel Creek Road intersection. Mrs. Becky Kitchen donated that park to us. It's one of the most beautiful parks that we have, and it's a pretty rustic trail there. But if you can hike that Paw Paw Trail up to the opening, the clearing, there's a pond. It's called Becky's Pond. Was up there. Kim Graves is involved with Pickaway Ross. He brought out some students. I believe it was year before last, and those students and I put in a sandstone patio. That the sandstone was salvaged from the old root cellar that was there at the original homestead. And so there's a beautiful just patio right there at the pond that they can look at. But we've been doing a lot of data collection. And one of the things that we found was we get about 5 to 6 visitors a week at Mataqua.
Is that right?
And we thought this is one of the most beautiful places we have. I mean, it rivals Buzzard's Roost in places. Nothing can rival that overlook over the gorge. Yeah. But, you know, it really does rival Hallgard Trail, I would say, on that pawpaw where you have deep ravines and cuts and lots of wildlife. And so we thought, how can we draw people to Mataqua? What can we do? And I enjoy playing disc golf. And when I was put in this position, I've been, hey, why don't we put disc golf at Buzzard's Roost? Why don't we put disc golf at Sherman Park when we get that? Why don't we put disc golf at Koppel? And finally it was, what about Mataqua? And I thought, well, that looks like a really good place. Mm-hmm. So I've been working with Project Bad Apple, which is Micah Shanks, has been out. Yep. Those guys, they put the disc golf course in at Yaktangi Park and out at the VA, and they're very experienced in that. And we hiked that together, and they thought, man, this is an awesome place. So Mike and I have been working kind of after hours out there a little bit through the last probably 5-6 weeks. We have partially cleared out areas to get it started. Myranda came out this week and looked at it with us and said, hey, you know what, this is awesome, and we're going to roll with it. So November 10th, you have another official announcement, breaking announcement. Nope, November 10th is on Veterans Day.
Oh, that's right, on that Friday.
On that Friday, we're planning to have a fundraiser tournament out there to help us to kind of gather some money to get the baskets and the tee pads for our new disc golf course at Mataqua, which may or may not officially be named the Monster at Mataqua.
I like that. Now, I kind of dabbled a little bit with disc golf on my property, but I got a feeling that as golfers go, losing golf balls, losing discs is also a hazard, right?
Absolutely. Everywhere you play. I've got a few at the bottom of Yaktangi Lake.
Yeah. So bring more than one disc when you
Absolutely.
Go disc golfing.
Absolutely.
And we're making that. It's going to be because we weren't sure what if that would increase usership or if it would be a sustainable project. So it's going to be 100% removable. So if in coming years, the interest in that falls off, we'll be able to very quickly and easily remove everything, and it will go back. You'll never be able to tell it was there. And it's a very minimal investment for something that is, that's hopefully if it's going to be used a lot, it's a very minimal investment. So it seemed like a good option.
And who knows, one day you could have ESPN show up and
that's right,
shoot a tournament.
Well, it's going to be a pro
plan,
course.
Actually.
So.
With talking to Micah, he said, the pro style courses are not very close together. I think the closest one to here is Beaver Creek in Cincinnati area. So that's part of our plan is to make this a pro style course, something that we don't have in Ross County yet.
Awesome.
And so once we're done, we're just adding to, we're trying to add to many different options that people have outside. Micah, like he called it, competitive hiking. So if you're not into disc golf, but you're competitive. Hey, this is competitive hiking. So.
Yeah, because it is a jaunt.
Yes, sir.
No question there. Man, we've broken news on like 3 different subjects here so far. What other things have you not told us about?
Wow. Well, we have so many things just going on right now, which hopefully people have heard that over the course of this week, they've been working on some repairs on the bike trail. We've been looking at some more options for repairs on some of the slips on the bike trail. We have plans for a couple of an ultra marathon next year and maybe an extreme 5K of some time at Mataqua for next year. We have merch. Hopefully some people have heard about this. We are trying to get some stuff out in retail. So we have some T-shirts and glasses, and we're going to be expanding that. I think I'm allowed to say this, but we just met with Jessie Richmond, who has Maggie's Farm on 2nd Street downtown yesterday, and she's going to, we're going to pour a line of Park District candles with her. So those will be available for the Christmas season if people who, enjoy our parks are into that kind of thing. So,
well, they had like the scent of Buzzard's Roost.
Yes, we have pine. We did one for Kenny Kinnick.
Cool.
Colleen picked out. It was Kenny Kinnick is it Shawnee word for tobacco. So we found this like pop smoke and sage or something, you know. So we were kind of trying to match them up. Maple Grove Prairie is going to be prairie flowers, and so we're looking at. Let me just throw this out here. We're trying to figure out a way to brand our collaborations so that people in town, all the businesses, if you make pottery, if you do coffee, if you do whatever, that we can do collabs together and you know, have Park District items available for, you know, just a good community building thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on the heels of the Maker Fair from Paper City this past weekend, so I'm sure people would be interested in participating.
Hope so. Give me a call.
Yeah. How do we get a hold of the Park District?
We have a website. It's rosscountyparkdistrict.com. And also my phone number, which here's breaking news again. My cell phone number is the office number, and it's also my personal phone number, which I answer 24/7 in case somebody gets lost or hurt and they need assistance.
And she answered it just a moment ago before we went on the air, too.
I do, yeah. So it's on everything. It's on our website. We have a Facebook page, the Ross County Park District, and the Kids Nature Zone. On Facebook. I think we have maybe an Instagram or what. I don't do all that really. Colleen takes care of that. But so we're easy to find online. And then on all of our kiosks, we have QR codes that go to our website or my phone number plastered on the side of it, either one. So.
Anything that we've missed?
Yes, one more thing I thought of.
Go for it.
So when I was hired as the outdoor educator. And as I've moved into administration and then now into the director position, we've really kind of put that on the back burner because I can't find the time because that takes planning and, you know, whatnot. So we have hopefully a new outdoor educator coming in place this fall or early winter who will be rolling next summer. And we have another grant to restore the A-frame that's at Buzzard's Roost. We're not going to get it all done this year. We're probably just going to get the siding and stuff, but we're going to add a big deck with some outside space, and we're going to turn that back into a nature center. So I don't know how much that's going to be open yet. We don't really have a clear plan for that, but that's something in the works too that we're super excited about.
Are you still involved with the city schools coming out with their STEM program?
Yes, absolutely. They just sent us their schedule for this year. Every nice weather day that they have during the school year, somebody brings kids out, and we hope to we met with Dana Letts, who's she's the
STEM coordinator.
She's not the STEM coordinator
not anymore.
anymore. She's
Okay.
like the curriculum coordinator. Okay. So she brought all the new teachers out, like from every discipline, every area. She brought them all out to say, this is what we have available. Please utilize this. And so we were really encouraging PE teachers. I mean, the cross-country kids come out and practice. If you have a music class, how fun would that be to have, you know, your band practice or something outside, or you know, whoever can use it, chorus, and we would love to be able to host and include everyone, any school, and maybe once we get a new outdoor educator in place, we'll be able to offer like we used to do with UNYOTA, where they would bring their whole second grade out, or you know, we're always open for tours and hikes and field day kind of things. So
even if you have like a church youth group or something like that, you're looking for people to really see the outdoors. And I'm telling you, I had always promoted the Buzzard's Roost. Mm-hmm. I had never been there until about 5 years ago. And just on a wild hair, I happened to have some time off. I said, I'm going to go see what people are talking about. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, why have I not been here before? Mm-hmm. So, folks, if you've not made these trips and seen the parks we have here in Ross County, you're shorting yourself. And certainly when you have visitors come, you want to take them out to enjoy.
Sure. And like I said, we're trying to get way more programming and stuff. We have a fall program coming up. We'll probably have a Christmas program coming up. And then whatever else. We're trying to think of ways to get people who maybe don't love hiking or salamanders. You know, maybe we have a blow up screen and we play video games outside, or we do poetry or something, you know, so that you don't just have to be a hiker to enjoy it. So any ideas? I can take those phone calls too. Suggestions.
You'll find her contact information just about anywhere across the country. Alan, Myranda, thank you so much for stopping in. We appreciate it. And good luck to the Orioles this year.
Yes, sir. Go O's.
Maybe we'll see a Reds and Orioles World Series.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I don't know what
Yes,
any
sir.
of that means. So.
Yeah. Well, if you were around in 1972, you would have known, but I don't think you were born in 72. So. All right, that's it for the program today. Thank you so much for watching. And again, Find out more details on the website. The web address has been going across. Here it comes. It's scrolling across the top right now. RossCountyParkDistrict.com. Until tomorrow, thank you for watching. We'll be back with more on Litter Media Live in just a bit.